William, third win of the season, only driver with 3 wins so far. You get the job done at Martinsville. Just tell me what went into Sunday's race and ultimately taking the checkered flag there.
Yeah, I appreciate it. It just it was a big weekend for Hendrick, Motorsports and the 40th anniversary. So we had a lot of effort going into that weekend and just trying to have a good car, and the short tracks have been tough for us lately. So just trying to figure out what we needed to run up front and contend. And luckily that honestly that last run of the race, Rudy gave me a really good adjustment, and I was able to make a lot of progress there. So I knew in the first 10, 15 laps we had a great car, but you never know how the day is going to play out.
And as you just mentioned, a big year for Hendrick Motorsports, celebrating its 40th anniversary. You take the checkered flag. Your teammate Kyle Larson finishes second, Chase Elliott third. So you guys get the 1, 2, 3 finish there. The first team to ever do that at the paperclip. I know Mr. H wasn't able to be at the track, but to lead the charge for Hendrick Motorsports and to finish that way, what does it mean for the organization?
It's really special. I mean, I know how much it means to Mr. H. Going to Martinsville is it's a special place for Hendrick Motorsports, but it's just had a lot of different history to it attached to it with the tragedy there and just the first win. So I feel like going into that weekend, we knew the importance of it, and honestly, all of us wanted to be the ones to deliver, and to get a 1, 2, 3 was really cool. I mean, that hasn't happened ever at Martinsville, and it's such a tough racetrack. Martinsville's one of those places you go to that you hope you can just run it, on the lead lap and finish top 10. So it's a really tough place.
Have you had a chance to speak to Mr. H following Sunday's race? And if so, what did he say to you about the win and everything that happened on Sunday?
Yeah, we did. I actually got to go to his house yesterday and surprise him with the race car. So got a chance to see him down in Charlotte, and he's doing well, it's good to see him. It's been a few weeks since we saw him since his knee surgery. So it was nice to get to catch up with him and see Linda there and how excited she was. So just a really special week. I mean, to be at Hendrick Motorsports and see the history and the legacy that they've built over the years with all the people that have worked here, and a lot of those people were at the racetrack. So it was just it was one of those kind of storybook weekends.
And I feel like for you, when it comes to history and milestones at Hendrick Motorsports, you just seem to be getting it done, right? Last year, wasn't it the 300th win? This year, it's the 40th anniversary. You start the year off with a win in Daytona. You get the win in Martinsville. So what is it that just makes things click for you when it comes to history and Hendrick Motorsports?
I don't know. I'm trying to do my part. My teammates both have won championships and big races themselves. So just trying to catch up to them. But it's been fun to be a part of. I think those weekends, honestly, I enjoy the pressure aspect of it, the internal pressure, I guess, of trying to go out there and perform. And Jeff gave me a lot of hints that it would be really nice if we won that weekend, and he was expecting one of us to do it. So I knew we could do it because I know our past success in Martinsville, but I also know that we've put a lot of effort in recently to get better at the shorter tracks. And I knew at Richmond, honestly, that we had a great car, and that we'd have a shot to go after a win at Martinsville.
And for the 24 team, you found success at Daytona, Coda, and now Martinsville, 3 different types of track this season. So, what's going into the game plan? How are you guys able to change it up each week and then check off, the super speedway, the road course, and now a short track? I mean, I'm sure it's building the confidence for what this team has going on in 2024.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it's honestly been a bit surprising how well it's gone. I think that all of the competition is better than they were last year. And although we won 6 races last year and had a great year, you've got to continue to work and get better. And I feel that this year at times it's been harder and it's been more competitive. And then at other times when we've been able to capitalize, it seems like everything's going, even smoother. So I don't know. It's just when we've been clicking, it's really clicking, and I feel like that's shown at some of these racetracks. And the Daytona 500, obviously, it gives you momentum, it gives you confidence that you can go through the rest of the year, and we probably race a little bit freer than most of our competition because we have those wins.
Right. And you mentioned Jeff Gordon, obviously kind of setting the bar and saying, okay, we expect a win at Martinsville, but he also talked post race just about you and your confidence and how he's seen that grow. So, how confident are you? Where do you feel like you are in your Cup Series career with the success you had last season and also how you've started things off this year?
I definitely feel more confident, but I think it's a constant process and evolution and just trying to understand the sport better and just continue to have balance throughout life and try to just be prepared when I get to the racetrack. So I feel like it's a constant process, but I do feel more confident with some of the wins, but also just the communication I have with my team and feeling like I can go and say anything to them or give them feedback and they are able to just work through it with me. So I just feel like we're a really good connected group. And anytime you have that chemistry within your team, it makes you confident.
And touching on that chemistry, how do you feel like your relationship with Rudy Fugle has grown since you guys have been working together on the team?
It's been cool. I mean, this is, I think, his fourth year in the Cup Series, and I've just seen his growth as a crew chief. I mean, I think in the Cup Series as a driver, it takes about 3 years to really find your footing and compete for wins. And I've noticed that with him. I think it was obviously a lot faster than 3 years for him. I thought in his first year he hit the ground running, but I just think he's gotten more confident in his decisions on strategy and executing the race. And I feel like when we're in those positions at the end of the race to compete for a win, he makes the right decision like 9 out of 10 times. So he just is better at those critical moments.
And looking ahead to this weekend, headed to the Lone Star State, how are you preparing for Texas and what game plan is the 24 team taking there?
Yeah, I'm actually here at the shop, so we're just preparing now for Texas. So we're gonna go over to the simulator, but yeah, I mean, we just kind of do our normal process. Texas is a pretty straightforward race for us because we have really good notes from our race and the teammates. The five had a really good run there in the fall, so kind of feel like we know where we need to be, but you never know how the track's going to change or how fast everyone else is going to be. So we just want to go there and have a really good run.
All right, William. Well, congrats on the success this season. And as always, thank you so much for making time for us.
Yeah, thank you. Appreciate it.